everybody, Dan.v here. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please hit that red subscribe button down below and hit the bell icon to stay up to date. So in today's video is another lore video for you guys. Not a killer, a survivor. Dwight Fairfield. He is one of the first 3 or 4 survivors you started with back in 2016. I'm going to do a lore on him, get you guys caught up on his backstory and what you guys be thinking about him. So before that, random facts of the day. And queens can live up for about 30 years. Live for up to 30 years. Yeah, my bad. Wow, that's pretty short. You guys think about it. 30 years for an ant queen. Us humans, go live at least to 50, 60, depending on our life, our health. But yeah, let's get to some Dwight Fairfield's lore and backstory, and I can't wait to get to it, guys. Let's get it. Dwight was geeky and scrawny through high school. He always wanted to be one of the cool kids, but somehow never had the charisma. He tried out for the football team, but was cut. The basketball team didn't even take a look, and his grades were distinctly below average. One week in a team building exercise from his dead-end job, Dwight's boss led them deep into the woods before breaking out his family recipe moonshine. Dwight remembered taking the first sip before waking up late the next morning all alone. During the night, the others had abandoned him. Once again, the laughingstock of the community. Dwight tried to hike his way out of the woods. That was the last anyone ever heard of Dwight Fairfield. Dwight isn't a typical guy you think of when someone says survivor. He lacks that certain pizzazz, and without his glasses, he's more or less blind. But as the sun sets and the woods come alive, Dwight collapses to his rat-raced life, making sure that he'll live to see another day, even though something unmatchable is after him. Dwight won't stop. He'll survive no matter what. As others spend hours being seen in high school, he spent hours becoming invisible and avoiding danger. And it doesn't matter if it's dangers in the hallway or dangers in the woods. Survival is key. As other employees panic when terror infects them, Dwight makes use of a disturbing teen experience. The tables have now turned, and now others need to follow to Dwight's firm direction. They are to survive as he knows how to disappear. I pity Dwight. It is as though every action he takes brings the opposite of what he intends. Trying to help his fellow employees find an abuser, he ends up shutting down the entire operation, leaving many in a far worse situation than they were in. Granted, spiking a narcissist's drink, watching him unravel was worth the price of admission. The many memories of survivors struggling with the narcissist had led me to the conclusion that there are only 3 possibilities when relating to a narcissist: enable them, run away from them, or destroy them. But beware, narcissists take everyone with them when they go down. Memory 2112. Lazar approaches Dwight and slams his desk. Max didn't work out. He was a weak male I just wanted to crush. Fear, anxiety, confusion, Dwight feels them all. How's this guy the CEO? More than that, he wanted to crush the employee he's replacing for being a weak male. Dwight doesn't even know what that means. Weak male? Who talks like that in this day and age? His hands fidget nervously. He swallows a growing lump in his throat. Lazar smashes his desk again. I need you to be bolder than him, Dwight. I need to get the buzz out there that we're the best company in the business. Did he just call me Dwight? Dwight? He just called me Dwight? Dwight's still not sure what he's supposed to be doing at Peak 22. He's a story hook supervisor. He has no idea what that is. Sounds convoluted and made up. Sounds like bullshit. He took the job because he needs the money and he can't dress up in costumes for birthday parties anymore. Kids can be so cruel. He's supposed to create fake profiles and write positive reviews about Lazar and his company. Lazar get his desk another dump. Be a lying, Dwight. Pounce on the internet. Pounce! Get the word out. Peak 22. We design story hooks for ads, and that transcends humanity. Dwight has no idea what that means. Lazar leaves a test on his desk and walks away. Dwight stares at the test unsure. Rose, the manager who hired him, approaches him and explains it's an intelligence test. Lazar wants to make sure he's the smartest in his company. Best advice? Flunk it. Dwight smiles. Gotcha. Memory 2113. Our thing is the story hook advertising. Dwight cringes every time he hears story hook. Lazar's trying to be different. Just trying to be different. Most advertisements use stories to wrap a message in emotion. Just because you call it a story hook doesn't mean it's new. Doesn't mean it's different. Story hook is a term used by high school English teachers. Rose laughs. Yes, but Lazar's an idiot, and he wants to feel like he created his own theory for his upcoming book. Dwight's eyes go wide. Book? What book? Rose laughs absurdly and explains. An autobiographic book. A guaranteed bestseller highlighting Lazar's new theory on creativity. But Lazar hasn't done anything yet. It's all smoke and mirrors. Rose laughs and corrects him. He's done one thing really well. He burned through millions. Rose changed the subject and tells Dwight he needs to meet Lazar's ghostwriter for an interview. Make sure to shower praises about our naked emperor or his autobiography. Memory 2114. Dwight approaches Rose. She isn't her usual joy self. Dry tears line her cheek and her eyes are swollen. She tells him Lazar embarrassed her at a meeting where she refused to go along with his jokes, and at the expense of the sound designer's speech impediment. He humiliated her for not going along with his stuttering impression. Rose sighs and advises Dwight to record all meetings with the naked emperor, not just for legal reasons, but for the yearly roast. Dwight raises his eyebrow curiously. Yearly roast? What yearly roast? She tells him about a yearly gathering of ex-employees who get together to laugh at Lazar's stupidities. Dwight tilts his head. He's really confused in his mind. Peak 22 just opened its doors. How long has Peak 22 existed? Rose calculates on her hand. 5 years. Dwight can't believe his ears. 5 years and Peak 22 has nothing? Rose smirks. Correction. 5 years and we almost had Lazar's biography and his theory on creativity. Memory 2115. Dwight showers Lazar with online phrases using fake profiles. It's the coziest job he's ever had. As he prepares to create another false profile, he suddenly hears shouts coming from Lazar's office. He freezes as Lazar verbally assaults the P-22 lawyer. The lawyer is telling him Storyhook can't be registered. It's a concept in many high school textbooks. Lazar fires the lawyer on the spot. The lawyer promises he'll sue. Lazar doesn't care. He'll settle. He'll always settles. It isn't his money, and Dwight's heard he got his benefactors eating out of the palm of his hands. He's already settled dozens of wrongful dismissals. Rose attempts to calm Lazar down, but he screams at her to mind her business. Dwight wants to help her, but he's never made so much money doing so little before. He likes making money doing none, but his hands are fidgeting and his palms are getting damp and clammy. Hearing Lazar verbally abuse Rose's dipper of beer, he imagines all kinds of scenarios where he leaves from his desk to help her. Nervously he fills his bladder, and he leaves from his chair and rushes to the bathroom. Memory 2116. The Brilliant Mind Inc. Lazar announces the title of his autobiography to the entire office. It feels like a joke, a bad joke, but it's not, and the studios try not to laugh at their naked emperor. Lazar hasn't done anything in the 5 years since he convinced a bunch of millionaires in his Storyhook revolution. He doesn't even have one successful advertising campaign. They have few clients in the beginning. Lazar wanted to write and direct the commercials himself and made a mess of everything. Dwight suppresses a laugh. Rose clasps when Lazar concludes his presentation. Amazing! Park a damn changing. How graceful of you to share the secrets of your success with the world. Everyone gets her sarcasm except Lazar. That's the only thing about narcissists. They believe their own press release. Lazar turns his attention to Dwight. Dwight, what do you think? Dwight suddenly feels the blood drain from his face. He echoes, Rose? Amazing! Park a damn changing. How graceful of you to share the secrets of your success with the world. Lazar smiles. It's not about ego, Dwight. It's about community and selfishness. Can't speak. Memory 2117. Lazar screams at Rose because she can't find a publisher for the Brilliant Mind Inc. Peak 22 hasn't done nothing, and creating campaigns with a story hook isn't really park a damn changing. The publishers think he's an idiot. What is he saying story hook when he means story? Ads with a story? A story with a story hook? Rose calms Lazar down. She suggests that they should self-publish. The idea silences Lazar. You're right. You're absolutely right. The publishing world isn't ready for the visionary ideas. Dwight sighs and finds it harder and harder to listen to his bullshit. P22 is going to be ready for my visionary ideas. Dwight sighs and finds it harder and harder to listen to his bullshit. P22 is going nowhere fast. The company is having a hard time finding clients and recruiting with all the rumors of abuse. Lazar announces he has a solution for recruitment. He'll write a story hook recruitment campaign to attract the best employees. Hundreds will apply, thousands. Dwight doesn't understand. For what? Dwight still isn't sure if P22 does anything other than enable a narcissist to do whatever he wants to whoever he wants. Memory 2118. Lazar is spreading rumors about Rose. Dwight counsels her, but she's inconsolable. She said it's a pattern. His pattern. He discredits, destroys, and demolishes an employee before he fires them. He spreads the rumor he later used to fire the person. Dwight says she's exaggerating. Rose shakes her head. Lazar's in trouble. He just spent more money on a 1-minute ad campaign for P22 than a Hollywood blockbuster, and his investors want answers. He needs a fall girl, someone to blame for the mismanagement of company funds. Dwight doesn't understand. She explains that Lazar's already left on a trail of blood in his wake. The last 3 women in her position were all promoted and fired for Lazar's excesses and stupidities. Lazar has an upcoming meeting with the investors. She'll be this year's pasty. Dwight gives her a spectacled look. She shakes her head. You'll see. He spends the money, a woman takes the fall. That's the Lazar idea of equal opportunity. Memory 2119. Dwight stares in disbelief as Lazar asks Rose to present the advantages of storyhook advertising in an all-hands meeting. He interrupts her on every slide in front of everyone, then cancels the meeting. He acts as though it's the first time he's seen Rose's deck. He announces Rose has no idea what a storyhook is. Everyone leaves the cafeteria feeling bad for her, grumbling that no one knows what he means by storyhook or how stupid he is for using a contrived term that just means story. Dwight doesn't understand because she validated every slide in her deck with Lazar. He heard them agree. Before Dwight can talk to her, she is fired and escorted out of P22. Dwight watches his friend, a single mother, walk out. This year's passing for Lazar's exorcist, he siphons the investment money and his friends get the boot. The whole meeting was a setup to discredit her in front of everyone. Lazar approaches Dwight. Sorry, Dwight. I know Rose was your manager, but I had to let her go. She wasn't in line with our company values. Dwight stares at Lazar in mingled shock and horror. What values? He wants to scream at Lazar. He wants to grab his ear and rip them out of his narcissistic head. Instead, he nods and silently prays there is justice in the world. Memory 2120. Dwight listens in disbelief to stories of Lazar. Real-life horror stories. Stories that defy reason for this day and age. It's a yearly ritual for those who have had the misfortune to work with Lazar. They all gather to watch the leaked P22 recruitment video. Dozens of people, each wearing a white P22 t-shirt, with a ridiculous Lazar quote they scribbled on with marker. Wanted to work with Lazar at a production company, where he tried to produce a terrible web series he wrote. It's about an alien computer that takes over the world, and controls its inhabitants with a matrix that simulates reality. No one told him he just pitched the premise of a major blockbuster film. She intimidates Lazar selling his web series. It's different. It's unique. It's not horror. It's not sci-fi. It's terror. Shared terror. It's a new genre. It's simulated terror. Lazar believed he had created the next big genre, like cosmic horror. The writer shows a book written by Lazar. Simulated terror. Guidelines for writing in his new genre. They all burst out laughing. Dwight laughs so hard it hurts. Who says storyhood when they mean story? Or simulated terror when they mean sci-fi? The stories of the Naked Emperor continue throughout the night, and Dwight is convinced there is no justice. P22's ex-storyhook supervisor talks about how Lazar called him a weak male for not wanting to cyberbully a blogger for using the term storyhook. He tells them about a harmless drug that makes people laugh absurdly at every little sound. He says if he was still working at P22, he'd give Lazar a little taste of his own medicine. Others agree. That would be hilarious. Dwight likes the idea. Likes it a lot. Might be that justice works in mysterious ways. He approaches Max. Tell me more about this harmless drug. Memory 2121. Max hands Dwight a mix of his laughing drug. It will make him giggle and laugh so much he'll piss his pants. Pour it in his coffee right before his meeting and you'll have a story hook unlike any other for next year's roast. Dwight smiles. He feels his heart pounding for his chest. Rose will have justice. Everyone will. Dwight will teach the abuser that sometimes the low guy bites back. Inspired, he has one of his colleagues to distract. Lazar, while he spikes his coffee, another colleague listens to the plan and shakes her head spectacly. She isn't sure. She doesn't like this prank and cautions Dwight to think things through. I got 2 kids, she says. The last thing I want is for the investor to close down shop because he hallucinates or hurts someone. Dwight laughs. Don't worry. The most that will happen is he'll act like a donkey. Dwight lifts his chin proudly and reassures her. No one will get hurt. He places his hand on her shoulder and feels like the leader he always knew he's been. Nothing bad will happen, or my name isn't Dwight. Wow. The background was okay. The story was okay. The memories now, they gone a little deeper into Dwight's lore, into who he is as a person. He's a wimpy guy. You could say he's just living life day to day, being afraid of everything. He's the laughing stock of the company, of the work, his deadbeat job. His boss is an a-hole. I'm not trying to, not trying to cuss anything, but he's a B. That's all I can say. Dwight, in that last memory what I just read, he's gonna spike his boss's drink and make him laugh and go crazy. Hopefully it doesn't hurt anybody. It doesn't say. But man, Dwight, step it up, brother. I'm not a Dwight man, but step it up, man. You finally became the leader that you wanted to be at the end of your memory. I wonder, would all that be, will all that mean really good in the end? You tell me, Dwight. I don't know. But yeah, I had fun reading the lore for you guys, his memories and stuff. Nothing but fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. My lores are, I'm trying to improve, get better every day for you guys. And if you guys have a certain lore or a certain character you guys want me to go over, or you guys have some kind of main character in Dead by Daylight, killer or survivor you guys want me to do next, please drop the comment down below and I'll get to that character. And if you guys enjoyed it and haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to stay up to date on my newest videos. And I will see you guys next time in the next gameplay or lore, whichever one I decide to do for you amazing viewers. And everyone stay safe, good health, good fortune to you and your families. Alright, see you guys next time.